This edition of the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mosen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mosen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mosen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mosen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of the Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition web. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mian Mosen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mosen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mosen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for goes Missing by Mian Mosen Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs, huh? Now, holidays are coming, and what better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at Picture This Photo Books at 646-798-0809. That's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books. Bring your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. Also, the Mike Wagner Show can be heard on themikewagnershow.com. You can check our Facebook page at facebook.com/The Mike Wagner Show. You can download and listen on Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also on Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, and Apple. Coming soon to Podbean, Buzzsprout, Pandora, and TuneIn. Heard worldwide, Geo7, Radio Public, Himalaya, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter today, and check out the Mike Wagner Show merchandise 24/7 at themikewagnershow.com, and also on Amazon at the Mike Wagner Show podcast. We can get some high-quality T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, throw pillows, tote bags, and more. Makes great gifts year-round. And also, don't forget to check out the Me and Molson Zia store on Amazon as well too. You can also check out his great books like Missing, Once, Wrinkles, and also great t-shirts, hoodies, pop sockets, and a lot more. Go to Amazon.com and check out the Me and Molson Zia store. And don't forget to support us on Anchor FM as well as PayPal. And also don't forget to donate generously to the MikeWagnerShow.com and make sure you do so today. We're here with 4 terrific gentlemen who are basically just all CEOs from a great company. Well, they got formed in Detroit, Michigan, and they got one of the first acts signed by Holland, Dozier, and Holland. We'll tell you more about that. And their well-known hit, which you hear on the radio all the time, Give Me Just a Little More Time, and it took its time, made it to number 3 in the top 100 back in '69, and they also scored number 5 hit in the UK. We'll talk about that, and also they're also members of the North Carolina Hall of Fame, and they also got some other great music out as well. And we'll be talking about their latest single and live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios along the East Coast, from South Carolina to North Carolina to Massachusetts and other points in between. Ladies and gentlemen, we got wheelerdeltorro, kenknox, Tom Hunter, and Brandon Stevens, best known as the chairman of the board. Guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today. The meeting is now in order.
Yes.
All right. Good afternoon, Mike. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
Hey, we're doing great. Thanks for joining us as well, too. And except we don't have a secretary to take notes here, but we do have some coffee. I hope you guys have some good coffee before we start the meeting here. So,
oh yeah, I have my water.
Oh, there you go. That's perfect. So, hey guys, you taking notes over here? Okay. So of course, you guys had your big hit. Just give me a little bit more time, which made number 3 in the Billboard 100 back in '69, and you're one of the first acts that got signed by Holland, Dozier, and Holland. And I'd like to hear your great story. And you also have a song which hit number 5 in the UK, which we're going to talk about, which is a remix. And we'll also get to a little more of your history as well, too. Some great music and a lot more. And before we get into all that, guys, tell us how you got first started.
Well, like you said, the group was started in 1969, and that group then consisted of General Johnson, Danny Woods, Harrison Kennedy, and Eddie Custis. Coming out of the box, like you mentioned, that was the first group signed by the very talented production writing team of hollanddozierholland. Myself, very fortunate to be a part of the chairman of the board. I joined in 1973.
Mm-hmm.
And those guys were like my idols, you know. And like you said, that song, Give Me Just a Little More Time, it has legs. It can't get old because it's been used in TV commercials. Last year in the UK, McDonald's used it as a breakfast theme.
Oh, wow. Amazing.
Yeah, they show a guy getting off a bus and he's running to McDonald's and he's looking at his watch, and Give Me Just a Little More Time is playing because the breakfast.
Uh-huh.
You know, they cut breakfast out at a certain time. So the song has legs, you know, and when we perform it today in concert, it's like, you know, it's been performed for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You can ask the rest of
them. Feel free, guys. Who wants to jump in? Tom, Brandon, Wheeler. Who wants to jump in next and contribute? So take turns. Be nice about it. Okay?
I will.
Be nice.
I will. I think the song "Give Me Just a Little More Time" is a wonderful song. As Ken said, it has legs, and every time we perform it, it's amazing how everybody knows it, and everybody always wait for the last tagline, but everybody knows every word. It's the same thing happened when we went to the UK. The last time we were there, all of the people knew every lyric to every song that we did. Brandon?
Yeah, like Thomas said, when we perform that song live, it's actually the last song that we do on the set, and Thomas actually sings that one, and he does an outstanding job with it, and he really gets the crowd involved. The crowd loves to sing along with it. So that's one of those ones, if you're a group or an artist that's fortunate enough to have a song that you can't leave the stage without doing that song, like people are going to ask you to come back to do that song, then that's a great thing. And we're fortunate enough to, and thankful to General Johnson that he, wrote that song and that we have that under our belts to perform.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Oh yeah. And Wheeler, go ahead and jump in.
Oh no, I mean, I've seen them perform countless times, and like they said, at every location, it's amazing to see, no matter what generation, whether they were born in the 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I could have swore the last time I was with them, I seen a baby lip singing the song. So it's one of those things where it's a classic, timeless song. And, it's still as poignant as it is, back then as it is today. So it's an amazing testament to the group and their fans.
That is very amazing. And how'd you guys first come up with the song?
Well, that goes back to the song was really holland's brainchild. It was written by Lamont. Well, I'm sorry, not Lamont. It was written by golly, he just recently passed. Man, my brain is. I cannot remember.
Hey, don't worry about it.
I'm getting old, Mike.
It'll come later. Don't worry.
I'm getting old, Mike. But it was the brainchild of two writers. One being one of the Holland brothers, and the other being Ron. I almost had it. Ron Dunbar, exactly. So the two of them came up with that great song, and like Wheeler said, it's timeless.
I mean that's got to be something as well too. And of course, you guys all coming together under the brainchild of holland and the rest is history. And let's go around the room, guys, and tell us how you got started career wise. Leading up to the moment. So it can be Ken, it can be Thomas or Brandon or Wheeler. So one of you go ahead and get started.
Okay, I'll start because it kind of evolves after myself. Well, here's the thing. I was called to audition for the group Chairmen of the Board. Mm-hmm. And as I mentioned earlier, they were my favorite group, my idol. I never thought I would be sitting on stage with these guys, standing on stage with these guys. So my first day at the audition, when I'm at Invictus Records, I look around the room. There are, you remember the Funkadelics?
Yes, I remember them. Yes, very good.
Yes. Now, I look around the room. There's Billy Bass from the Funkadelics, Eddie Hazel from the Funkadelics, Bernie Worrell, genius keyboardist from the Funkadelics, Tiki Fullwood. I mean, these are my musical idols. And now I'm nervous. I said, there's no way in the world I'm going to make this audition. There's General, there's Danny, there's Harrison, and another gentleman by the name of McKinley Jackson, who later on produced an album on myself, Thomas, and Brandon a couple, 3 years ago. So I'm thinking, there's no way, with all this talent in the room, what am I doing here? But it must have been God, because after audition, they said, all right, we leave in 2 days. I said, oh, wow. I had never been out of Detroit. So my first show was Cobo Hall, Detroit. Mm-hmm. We fly from Cobo Hall to New York on the same night and did a show.
Oh my!
Again, I've never been in a plane. But we're in this Learjet, and we're performing with guys like the Shy Lights, the Moments, all the '70s acts. you know, and it was just a thrill for me. And that's my introduction. And that was 48 years ago.
Wow, that is amazing. And you definitely are not just part of the chairman of the board. I think you just took that over right there. You did great. So,
Thomas?
You sure did. Ken is the chairman of the board. Well, I did my first gig with the chairman of the board on December 31st, 2009.
Wow, amazing.
The New Year's Eve gig. And actually, you know, I never thought that I would be on stage. As Ken was saying, I never thought that I would be on stage with such a fabulous group as the chairman of the board. Actually, I knew of them. I had heard of them. And I was doing some solo stuff, and a friend of Ken's gave me his number and told me to call Ken. And I called Ken, and I went to audition for him. And when I auditioned for him, I guess he liked what he heard, because here I am. And actually, the rest is history.
Mm-hmm. Amazing. And Brandon or Wheeler, one of you two, you're up.
I'll go ahead.
You can go, Brandon.
All right.
I'll go last.
Yeah, I was alerted to an audition for a background vocalist position with the chairman through a mutual friend of mine and Ken's, actually a DJ friend of ours who had done a rap verse on a dance song that Ken had put out. So I auditioned one time, and I was really kind of nervous and not as prepared as I should have been. And I didn't get a call back until a few months later. Ken called me back to audition again, and he put me in the band as a background vocalist and also as the lead vocalist of the Executives, which is the backing band for the chairman. So the Executives also do, we kind of do almost like two shows in one. The Executives come on and do some party music before the chairman come on. But then I had the opportunity to join Ken and Thomas as an official chairman of the board a couple of years after being the lead singer for the Executives. And so that's how that happened. So I've been, doing double duty with the Executives and then changing into the suit and rocking it out like that. So
yeah.
I've been with Ken for almost 9 years now. I joined in October of 2012.
Wow,
right.
that is amazing, very amazing.
And before Wheeler jumps on, we lost General Johnson in 2010 to cancer. We lost him, and that's when I put the current group together. And that's when Thomas came aboard, and Brandon a little after that, and then 2018 we lost Danny Woods. And so what you're looking at is the chairmen. It's plurals, not singular. The chairmen. Yeah.
I was referring to you as a compliment, like chairmen, they say. So
no. It's the chairmen. That's why you see three in all photos, three guys. So, and then we got hooked up with Wheeler. So Wheeler, let's hear your story.
My story is not as amazing as theirs. I was actually living in Paris, hosting a underground pop-up restaurant. And a lot of the music we played were from the late 60s, early 70s. And every pop-up I had, everyone wanted to hear this damn song called Just Give Me a Little Bit More Time. And no matter what we had going on, no matter what celebrities or models were there, it was like at the end of, the irony is now at the end of their show, literally at the end of each one of my events, it literally would turn into a sing-along, and everybody, whether, they were from Paris or Rome or London, everybody knew the words to the song, and everybody would just sing it. And I don't know if Ken even knows this. Sometimes if I wanted to end the party a little bit early, I would just put that song on, and everyone would start singing this song, and it would be almost like a conga line where everybody would be leaving. But everyone knew no matter what we had to do, that song was going to get played.
That's great.
So, yeah.
That's great.
That's clever. I should have done that in my DJ days. If I want to end it early, play the song, sing, and make them a Congo line out the door. I should have thought of
that. There you go, Mike.
Oh, my goodness. I'm learning a lot from you guys. And who are some of your favorite artists, singers, and musicians growing up? So go ahead. Whoever wants to take the lead, go ahead.
Well, since I'm the oldest, I'll start. I'm from Detroit. Of course, the Motown influence was tremendous for a lot of the artists, a lot of my friends. So we grew up on Temps, Four Tops. Some of those guys are my friends anyway. But I also play saxophone. And one of my favorite artists is Junior Walker.
Oh, he's amazing. I love him. Love
him. And I got to become friends with Junior. And he was a big influence on my playing style today. So I grew up on the Motown, and like I said, instrumentalists as Junior Walker and David Sanborn. So, okay, guys.
Okay, let me jump in, but first let me clear something up. That was December 31st, 2010, when I joined the group. But as far as the musicians that I like and that I grew up and I loved growing up, it was almost the same, the Motown sound, the Temptations, Four Tops. But I also listen to a lot of abstract artists, the underground artists like Machine. I also like jazz. I'm a jazz lover. Donna Byrd, Wilson Felder, a lot of other people like that. So I can't just pinpoint it because I also like rock.
Oh yeah.
So I can't say it. For some reason or the other, all of my life, I've always been intrigued with the sound of music and the way that it was written and the way it was composed and put together. All genres always make me feel a different way. So I loved it all.
Very amazing.
My primary influences were the records that my parents played at the house. So my mother was strictly gospel. My dad was R&B and soul. So I heard a lot of the Winans. That was the gospel group out of Detroit. That was the first concert that I ever went to. I was about 5 years old. And then my dad, he played a lot of Marvin Gaye. That was about 50% of what he played. A lot of Stevie Wonder, Luther Vandross. And then when I started forming my own influences, like in the early to mid 90s, some of my biggest inspirations are artists like Brian McKnight, D'Angelo, and Maxwell, and Eric Benet. So, the R&B crooners of the
Nice.
Okay, Wheeler, you're up next.
Okay. So this might surprise some people, but and obviously you can hear it in a lot of the music that I produce. One of my major influences has been Nigel Rodgers from Chic.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
Oh yeah,
right. And my biggest influence growing up, believe it or not, because my mother was in love with him. Sorry, Ken. Was Johnny Mathis, believe it or not.
Oh my gosh, what a classic. I mean, man, the guy is timeless, literally. He is timeless.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. So people are always amazed that I know all of Johnny Mathis's songs by heart. It's interesting.
And it does sound interesting as well, too. And we'll talk more about the group, the Chairmen of the Board, along with some of their other songs and some of the things they did in North Carolina. We'll also talk about their latest single that was previously done. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960 or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show. Get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Me and Molson Z has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Jordan Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for goes Missing by Me and Molson Z, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs, huh? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at Picture This Photo Books at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. And don't forget to check out the Mike Wagner Show on over 30 podcast platforms. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter today, and check out the Mike Wagner Show merchandise 24/7 at themikewagnershow.com and also on Amazon.com under the Mike Wagner Show podcast. High quality t-shirts, long sleeves, tote bags, throw pillows, and a lot more. And don't forget to check out me and Molson Zia's great books as well, too, including Missing, Once, Wrinkles, at Amazon.com/me and Molson Zia. Also check out his great merchandise. And don't forget to support the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com. Also donate to Anchor FM/support and also PayPal, and make sure you do so today. We're here with the chairmen of the board, KenKnox, Thomas Hunter, Brandon Stevens, and Wheeler Del Toro, going from South Carolina to North Carolina to Massachusetts and all points between on the East Coast here on the Mike Wagner Show. And of course, hearing about their amazing story, how they got together in Detroit and being signed as one of the first acts by Holland, Dozier, and Holland, and just having a history of it as well, too. And maybe just a bit more about Holland, Dozier, and Holland, and what was it like to be working with those guys, and just having guys around. So, I mean, they got to be amazing to be working with.
Well, that was basically before me. Again, I came in 73. The group had been in existence since 69. Mm-hmm. So the influence of Holland, Dozier, Holland was definitely in General Johnson. That's where General and I, we worked together in the studio. And General was a prolific writer. He won a Grammy for Patches. Mm-hmm. He was also involved with #1 songs, million selling songs for the Honeycomb, 100 Proof, Aged in Soul, a lot of the Invictus acts, Free the Pain. Mm-hmm. So
yes,
I didn't get a chance to experience. Yeah, Man to Go. I didn't get a chance to experience the Holland, Dozier, Holland thing except through General. Again, they were a big influence on General's production and writing. And I'll just say, man, those guys, their catalog rivals the Beatles, as you know.
Oh, yes. I mean, it's got to match up. That Michael Jackson, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's almost like never ending. And of course, you also had Pay to the Piper, Finders Keepers, Everything Tuesday, and you also had that #5 hit in the UK, which is Reach Out to Me, and you also had what else we had? You Got Me Dangling on a String, and Bless Your Heart, and oh my gosh, it's like just amazing.
Yeah, it's a ton of songs. I mean, the catalog is unreal, and those songs, General was the principal writer for them. Mm-hmm. Pay to the Piper, him and oh God, I'm bad with names, but General was the principal writer for most of those, and I would say 100% of those songs. And like I said, the guy was songwriter of the year, many years, for BMI, Grammys. It's just amazing. And again, my honor is to General and Danny for bringing me in, showing me the way. And again, Thomas and Brandon, same thing. Those guys, every night they give it. On the songs you mentioned, Brandon sings Pay to the Piper, does a hell of a job on it, but he does it his way. Thomas sings Give Me Just a Little More Time. He does it his way. I sing Everything's Tuesday. I do it my way. And we've been fortunate to go around the globe, you know, and people, like Thomas said earlier, people are in the audience singing all these songs right before our eyes. And it's tremendous, man. It's a great feeling.
And of course, you're also popular on the beach scene as well, too. You guys, you were reformed in 1980, and you started doing some beach music too. It's just like, you know, I mean,
come on, Mike, you don't know about beach music. Mike, you don't know about beach music.
Oh, because I live in Bismarck, North Dakota, we actually got some tiny ones. I gotta say that. I actually used to live in the Chicago area, had a lot of beaches. Bismarck, maybe a tiny beach, but people still go to beaches, believe it or not. It's like, it's tiny, but they get something.
And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I was always thinking, I always thought beach music was Jan and Dean, the Beach Boys. But in reality, it was all national acts. The music just had to be played at the beach. That's how they got beach music. The music was like Marvin Gaye, who was one of Brandon's favorites. Marvin Gaye, all those guys on the jukebox down in Myrtle Beach. And see, they couldn't play that stuff at home. The white kids couldn't play that stuff around the house. So they would go to the beaches to hear it. And that's how you get the term beach music.
Huh. That is rather interesting. I like that. And then you guys, you know, came back as well too. You know, in, what was it, 2010, 2012, had #5 hit, Reach Out to Me. Tell us more about that, and how did that first came about? So maybe we can get some other guys to join in as well too.
Go ahead, Thomas.
Well, I'm a songwriter, and actually, I just sat down to craft some songs, and Reach Out to Me was one of the songs that I had introduced a while back, and Ken got some interest in it, and we got together and made it happen.
Yeah, and from there we brought Brandon. Of course, the core. We always recorded our own music, and we even used some of our musicians and some outside musicians that had played with Chaka Khan. Who else did Eric play with, Brandon? You remember?
Well, gospel groups, one of the most influential male gospel vocal groups, commissioned. He's also played with, I mean, the list is too long.
Yeah, it's too long. And so, you know, we recruited
another Detroit guy too. So
yeah, another Detroit guy. So, you know, everybody comes out of Detroit can play or sing. So, but then the UK got a hold of it. And a producer arranger by the name of Nile Rodgers.
Nile Rodgers, yes, Madonna.
No, it wasn't Nile, but it was, what's the guy's name, man? Over in the UK.
Nigel Lewis.
Nigel Lewis, who had worked with Sir Andrew Webber. He had worked with Luther Vandross, Janet Jackson. He got a hold of it and did a complete remix of a song. And he took it to #5. And those people still love that song today. And we still do it over in the UK.
Oh my gosh, that is so amazing. Of course, we'll play the remix version at the end, the audio interview, and also, is there anything else you guys would like to add as well too, and maybe share a funnier story as well too? Can you share some really good stories, and maybe you guys can jump in as well too with your time with the chairman of the board?
I want to say something else about the Reach Out to Me deal. When Ken and I, carried it to another place, but Wheeler came in and carried it to some place that's incredible.
Yes.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that.
He really did. I mean, Wheeler did his thing. You know, he produced he produced it and got his people on it. And yeah, he like Thomas said, he carried it somewhere else.
It's amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And then Brandon, I'm sure you got something to say about it, so it's okay. You can speak.
Yeah, like I said, I came in on the tail end of Reach Out. They had already recorded it, and then I joined the group a little later. But that was one of the crowd favorites, you know, when we performed it. So, and then, you know, so my biggest experience recording with Ken and Thomas was when we recorded the album Words Left Unsaid and released that in 2017. And that was cool because we got to record in Charlotte and we did some in Detroit. So we went to the world famous the Disc recording studios in Charlotte. That's actually where Parliament Funkadelic recorded the One Nation Under a Groove album. And so we laid down our tracks in there with the help of McKinley Jackson, who was once part of the chairman of the board. So he's an awesome arranger and composer, and actually the other Detroit tie-in, and also kind of a, you know, something that was special to me was he was the last musical director for Marvin Gaye.
Oh,
so
wow.
He arranged all the horns on the Midnight Love album with Sexual Healing. So yeah, well, you know, to work with accomplished producers and composers like that, it made it a really special album. And you know, we want to encourage people to still listen to it. It's on streaming platforms. Words Left Unsaid. You can get it on, you know, Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, all the major streaming services.
And
since we're doing that, excuse me. Since
Go
we're
ahead.
doing that, I'd like to give a shout out to Melvin and Mervyn Steels.
right, and that's what I was getting ready to bring up, the fact that Melvin and Mervyn Steels are two twins, Mike, and they wrote the incomparable Could It Be I'm Falling in Love.
Oh, the Spinners. Oh my God.
Yes.
That is my favorite. I remember buying that record. It's like the 45 you got for like 99 cents as a kid. It's like 99 cents. Unbelievable. I might have still had somewhere unless somebody broke it on me.
Yeah, those two guys, they wrote the iconic Could It Be I'm Falling in Love. They wrote for Gloria Gaynor. They wrote for numerous artists from the Philly International on that side. So McKinley, Mervyn, and Melvin came up with the concept of merging Detroit and Philly, and the label was called Mo Philly. And here's another first. We were the first artists they signed.
Oh my goodness. Mo Philly. I love that one. Boy, I'm ready to bring back the sound of Philadelphia. I'll tell you that.
Yes. Yes.
And we spent some time with the Steels brothers in Philadelphia as well. I had my first official Philly cheesesteak while we were in the process of putting that together. So that was cool.
Yeah, sure did.
What was your impression of it?
To be honest, I thought it was a little overrated.
Really?
Me too. Me too.
I guess you have to be from Philly to really understand it, but I can't say I was thoroughly impressed. Don't let anybody out in Philly watch it.
Well,
Philadelphia, do not listen to this guy.
Well,
I like,
you know what?
And Marty Gibbs took us out one night for dinner, and we all decided to get some Philly cheesesteak, and he took us to a place where we could get it. Marty. Yeah,
and the guy that was sitting next to us had been coming to the restaurant for 45 years, and I think he was 55. The same restaurant to get the same Philly cheesesteaks, which I think is overrated too.
Oh my goodness.
I guess some of us are hungry, but it's like, well, take what we can get. Although I've never been to Philadelphia, I had a Philly cheesesteak. At least it got some ideas for me. Hold the mushrooms. Thank you very much. Hold the mushrooms. So.
Okay.
I gotta have mushrooms on my Phillies.
I do like a lot of grilled onions, though, if that tells you anything. So I mean, we all got different tastes. So it's just like, you know, I mean, instead of the mushrooms, just load up the grilled onions and I have some mince afterwards, especially my wife who does not like onions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I like them both, mushrooms and onions.
yeah.
Hey, Wheeler, give us your thought on Philly cheesesteaks.
You know, the sad thing is, guys, I'm actually a vegan, so I don't actually eat meat.
Oh,
so
okay.
I've had to pass on the Philly cheesesteaks for quite a while.
Yeah, but you know what? Wheel's not telling you everything. I hear he's a chef.
Yeah, some days. So I make my own version of Philly cheesesteaks.
Oh, there you go. Like was a vegan version, plant-based, or what's the vegan version of it?
Yeah, so I use a plant-based meat substitute and a over-processed cheese, which is probably about the same as the cheese that they put on the Philly cheesesteak, because it's non-dairy. So, but we're working on it. We're going to keep trying to make it more exciting than the steaks that those guys have obviously had.
Oh my gosh, you guys are wanting me to get a Philly cheesesteak, and I was going to get a pizza, but I have to do a Philly cheesesteak pizza. I'll settle for that for after this. So.
I like the sound of that.
Oh yeah, I mean pizza hogs all across the board. I mean, unite, Philly cheesesteak and whatever you guys' favorite dish. Unite, this is all for it. So.
Right.
Oh my goodness. So we're here with the chairman of the board, and we'll find out what's coming up in 2021 and beyond, and more of the chairman of the board. You listen to the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international war-ring author Mia Molson's You Have Missing, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Also brought to you by Picture This Photo Books. Remembering is the key ingredient. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809. That's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. We'll be back with the chairman of the board after this timeout. This edition of the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show.
We're back with the chairman of the board here on the Mike Wagner Show. We got Ken Knox, we got Thomas Hunter, we got Brandon Stevens, and we got wheelerdeltorro all with us, just coming together and having a great meeting and a great time talking about the amazing music. Give Me Just a Little More Time, along with some of the other music. You Got Me Dangling on a String, Pay the Piper, and more. And we'll also be playing the remix of Reach Out to Me at the end of the audio interviews, so we encourage you to get on that. And also, since you guys cover a lot of ground, what can we expect from you guys in 2021 and beyond?
As you know, and I would say at this point we are doing so much work that is amazing. I mean, every day there are new dates coming in. Every 2 or 3 days, there are new dates coming in for now and for 2022.
Wow.
Yeah, and so I don't want to tell the guys, but I think we're going to be ahead of 2019. I mean, but you know, I know what it is. The confidence has come back for people with all the venues opening up and everything. But really, I'm telling you, this calendar is really getting full, and it's a great thing. And you know, hey, we're excited.
Mm-hmm. And then other guys, you can also jump in as well too. Thomas, Brandon, Wheeler, feel free to jump in.
I'll go. Also coming out, we're gonna be releasing a couple. I'm gonna be releasing with these guys a couple of remixes of some of their classic songs. I sent Ken and those guys a version of one of their songs. You want to talk about that, Ken?
Yeah, man. I tell you, Thomas and Brandon, I've got to send it to you. You haven't heard it. He sent me a snippet of I'm Ready, Willing, and Able. And I'm loving it. I am loving it. In fact, he didn't even answer me when I asked him who arranged this. An associate of mine, his name is Eric Cupper. He's been doing remixes for the last 20, 25 years. He's worked with everybody from Madonna to Earth, Wind and Fire to Michael Jackson. And he does a lot of dance music. So what I've been trying to help with Chairmen is to make them more accessible to a new generation. This new generation that listens to music, they're used to streaming and going to just super clubs are back, like Studio 54, but actually even larger in places like Ibiza and in New York. So what we're doing is we're putting a modern twist on a lot of their classic songs, and we're getting a great response for it. So I'm sure that there are going to be even more dates on the books than these guys can even handle for the next 2 years.
just give them a little more time, okay? Yeah. Please, thank you. Give them a little more time.
Right. But he's right. Wheeler's introducing us to a totally new audience, you know, and a lot of that audience is European, but as Brandon talks about it, it's also, and Thomas, what is the music, dance? What is it? What's the club in Charlotte, Brandon?
Oh, Tavern on Moorhead. So it's like a soul house, I guess you could say. Would that be
soul house music?
Accurate description, Wheeler?
Yeah, that's close enough.
Okay. All right.
It's a form of, disco. It's basically it's a new disco out of basically a lot of the Philly International, a lot of the Motown stuff laid the groundwork for disco and for dance music in the late 60s, 70s, especially 80s. People, like I said, I host a bunch of underground events around the world, and the music. I'm not knocking people who make music today, but the themes are definitely different. The reason why a lot of my events are very successful is because of the music I play. And when I play groups like Chairmen of the Board, I've been pulled aside and told by people who come to my events that they love coming to them because this is a place where they can actually find somebody to partner up with, to get married, versus going to a traditional club. And it's just, the lyrics are a lot different, and it creates a different environment. So a lot of people feel very comfortable hearing this music. The themes are timeless. It's about being in love. I personally like to write about songs about being broken up with. But that's
it's not you, it's me. Remember that.
There you go.
Wow.
So, the music is, and that's why from generation to generation, people love their sound. And I'm just, I'm very fortunate to be able to work with these guys. They're amazing. Their stage presence is amazing. And I've probably been to over, a couple thousand concerts. These guys put on a great show. Brandon with the executives, he does his thing. I don't know how he does the double duty, but
and does a great job of it too. It's
absolutely.
Oh my gosh, I'd have a hard time getting out of the back seat or the front, going and back at times. Like, I don't want anybody to notice.
Hey, but we got to give a shout out to Marty Gibbs for putting us together with Wheeler-Deltorro.
Yes.
Yes, definitely Marty Gibbs as well too. And who do you consider your biggest influences in your careers, guys?
Y'all go ahead.
I can't say I had a big influence because I just had the drive to do this ever since I was born. Wanted to do so. I gathered what I could from all and singers, and put it together so that I could become me.
Okay. And how about you, Brandon?
Yeah, well, I'll say my biggest singular influence as a singer and a songwriter and a musician is Brian McKnight. He was the guy who influenced me at a very crucial stage when I was, just starting high school. And, and I kind of, I wouldn't say I discovered music late, but I started expressing my passion for music. I didn't start expressing that until high school. And once I saw that it could get the attention of girls, that's when I said.
And then how about you, Wheeler?
Yeah.
I would have to say these guys. Because like I said, when I started doing my pop-up events, I was living in Paris at a very young age, at like 16. And as Brandon alluded to, the girls just love their sound. They love like how they made them feel. And since I like to write about being broken up with, I've also learned, since it's not me, when you have a group that conveys very positive and emotional feelings, it helps. And, it helps bring people together, whether they want to be friends, whether they want to date, whether you just want to have a night in and just relax. That's the biggest influence with me, is connecting with people. And I think Chairman of the Board does an amazing job from the start to today of connecting people.
Well, we thank you.
And that's so amazing as well too. And then Ken, your biggest influence in your career?
Right quick, my brother, who's a saxophonist, I learned from him. My oldest sister was the first gospel group on Motown Records. Then a few months ago, I just discovered my mother and her sisters had a gospel group, a quartet. And she never told me about this all the times that we talk about music. So I'm just found this out 3 months ago. My mother was a singer in a quartet with her sisters, and they traveled to different churches singing. So, and then I had to say General Johnson and Danny Woods, because they put me on, my influences.
And that's very amazing. What's the best advice you guys can give to anybody at this point?
Follow your dreams, never lose sight of them. Keep the determination. It's about preparation, determination, and preservation.
Brandon?
Yeah, I would say as far as, if you're pursuing a career in the entertainment business, especially music, your professionalism is your reputation. So showing up on time, being prepared, those are the things that are going to keep you around for a long time.
And that certainly is a must. And Wheeler, what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
Definitely, if you want to be in the entertainment industry, I would say no matter what anyone says, keep trying.
Very good. And Ken?
Hey, I have to say what all these guys said, all the above, but be ready for some downfalls. Be prepared. Get ready.
Yes. Very important. That is very good advice. Who's been up and down, and you're at the top. So once again, we're with the chairman of the board, Ken Knox, Thomas Hunter, Brandon Stevens, and producer Wheeler Del Toro. Very big thank you for your time on the Mike Wagner Show. You guys all have been fantastic. You made the meeting great, and the coffee's great. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact you guys, and where can people purchase or check out all your music?
Okay, website www.thechairmenoftheboard.com. Like Brandon said, all the music on you can find on different platforms like Amazon, CD Baby, iTunes, all the different platforms. And you can reach out, and Marty Gibbs, I can't think of the name of his company, but he's our manager, and at some point we'll get his information to you, Mike.
Okay. All right. That sounds very good. And once again, guys, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely amazing. Looking forward to having you again soon. Do us a favor, keep yourself up to date. Love you back in 2021 and beyond. Don't forget to keep in touch, and make sure you give us not just a little more time, plenty of time, but all the time you need. Looking forward to having you again soon. You guys all have been fantastic.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
Having us.
Thanks.
Picture this photo books, where remembering is the key ingredient. Preserving memories, keeping the memories of your loved ones alive as they reach in and touch your heart. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whether it's a gift of past holidays, grandma's recipes, long ago moments, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809. Once again, that's 646-798-0809, or visit picturethisphotobooks.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, Custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites, we give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.